Yeah, so I definitely never thought I would work here, but I would flip-flop. I'm like, man, it looks like a cool job. Everyone's having fun. You just kind of like hang out, make coffee. But then I was like, sounds pretty intense from like, I don't know, all these rumors about what it's like. Like, all my buddies too gave our friends that worked there a really hard time, and they're like, no, it's actually really cool, it's fun. They're like super supportive of everything you do, and I was just like, all right, sure. Drink the Kool-Aid, man. So then it was the summer, coming into school, I was like, dang, man, I probably should get a job, like keep me on track, make some money. And Dutch Bros was hiring, and I had a good friend that worked there, and she's like, you should apply. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll apply. It's free caffeine, help me get through school. And I was like, so yeah, okay. I was going to apply, and then I had a pretty messy car at the time. I lost my application somewhere in my car, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, whatever, I'm just not going to apply because I didn't want to go find a printer and print out a new one and apply. So I was out golfing, and I got a text from Caleb. He's like, hey, you come recommended from Christy Lynn. I'd love to set up an interview time with you. I was like, sure, let's do it as long as it's not early in the morning. They're like, yeah, we have one at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, perfect. So just go work the night shift. It was super fun. We would just hang out. So back then, they were all older than me, so it was just like hanging out with a bunch of guys that were like close to my age, maybe a little bit older. So it was just fun. We would just hang out, listen to music, dink around, have a good time. It was awesome. Funny enough, I hated coffee all throughout. My parents would drink it, like I hated the smell, I hated the taste, I hated the look, even with like creamer or a caramelizer. I was like, blah, tastes like coffee. And then now I drink a lot of coffee, but I had a pretty strict caffeine regimen for getting through school. On those days, I would have pre-workout, which is meant for working out. It's like a big old caffeine boost. I'd have it mixed up in a bottle the night before, set next to my bed, so my alarm would go off. I'd drink it in bed. I could like feel the tingles in my feet before I like even woke up. I was like, all right, we can do this. So I'd get up, go to class. I'd usually fall asleep in class. I actually have a documented Facebook page that people took pictures of me falling asleep in class. A documented bad habit. So then I would have 2 energy drinks that I took the night before from work, and I would sip on those throughout the day. And then if I worked a night shift, I would just like chug 6 shots of coffee with some like flavor and milk. I didn't like it, but it was like just for the caffeine boost. I was like, 3 energy drinks is out of control. And then I usually drink a cold brew throughout the day. I sip on it if I'm not at work, and I shotgun it if I'm at work. There kind of is a moment where I decided to bail on engineering and pursue Dutch Bros, but all throughout it, like I was like 2 years in, and people were telling me, yeah, you should apply for the assistant manager position coming up, blah blah blah, there's a new stand, they're gonna need a new assistant. I was like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool, but I was like, no, I'm gonna get an engineering job. I don't want them to like train me for it and then like me peace out 3 months later. So I never applied. I'm talking to some of the kids that had graduated before or had jobs, and they were just like, dude, it sucks, it's so boring. And I was like, perfect, I'm glad this is what I'm getting into. I applied for a couple that sounded cool, came in second. Some kid I never met beat me out. I was like, dang it. Then I just kind of realized, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. There was another assistant manager position coming up, and Adam Serdinsky trapped me in the back of the stand, and he was just, he gave me the, bro, just do it, just see if you get it, you can always say no, just apply, go interview for it. And I was like, let me see if I even get it. And then, so I applied the night of the interviews, and they said, yeah, we'll let you know tomorrow. And then so I got a call late that night. It's like 10. And I was like, here it is, first round cuts. I didn't make it, and I was like super bummed and like super nervous. And then they told me I got it, and I kind of realized I was like more passionate about it than I thought, because I was gonna be super bummed if I didn't get it, and like super nervous, and then like really excited when I did get it. I was like, like I never had that with engineering. Like I never got like, man, I'm so excited to go freaking crunch some numbers and man a computer and sit in an office by myself all day. So Andrew and Shane are like the top dogs of my bosses, I guess. They're the franchisees for Canyon County. So they started at the first store they opened was the one I'm managing now, which is pretty cool. They've been awesome the whole way. I mean, I think if I worked in a different franchise, I never would have done it. So pretty much just like working under Andrew and Shayna, just because how cool they make everything, how fun, how supportive they are. It was like any way you want to go, and even just like seeing it with other people, like how supportive they are. It's really cool to watch. And even just like seeing part of the job and like problem solving on the fly. Oh crap, power's out, what do we do? So it's never fun to get a 5 a.m. phone call. Because sometimes I tell myself like, oh, this is such a drag when I have to do this stuff, but when I'm not doing that kind of stuff, like I kind of crave it and I miss it. So I know it's just fun. I mean, people say it all the time, but if you can make it financially, making a little bit less money, but doing a job that you really enjoy, I think it's totally worth the pay cut to be happy on a day-to-day basis.
Now drink it.
To be happy on it.